Good evening, everyone. We are at this moment in the throes of the Capricorn full moon. Maybe not the throes, the beginning. It starts at 6:08 p.m. And I looked up the number 6:08. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Providing for self and others. The zebra in 6:08 represents the fool ready for a journey. This 6 represents harmony. And the 8 would be, discipline and continuing to follow the trail. And so, with that being said, the new moon or the full moon, the full strawberry pink moon, the full strawberry pink moon in Capricorn represents to me deep earth healing. Yeah, that a lot of people are going to be working on their healing, okay? Now, when we talk about healing, anybody that needs any kind of healing, come on, honey. Come on, jump up here. You want out? Hold on, I gotta let my dog out. Come on. There you go. Mommy be out in a minute. Okay, if we look at anybody who is healing and we go to the hospital, depending upon how bad the trauma was, depends upon how long they have to heal the physical body. Well, the same goes with the spiritual body, the emotional body, the mental body. Any trauma to any of those areas have to be worked on and healing too. Now, you may not have to go to the hospital for it because you're not going to lose your life's blood, but you may have to go within and look at things that one don't like in order to heal, right? It hurts. It hurts. But after the hurt and after the storm, after the pain, comes the rainbow. And that's kind of like what God wants me to let you guys know. We're moving into new earth. It is not easy. A lot of us and most of us, some of us, many of us are living in the 5D. We're working through faith. We're working through love. We're working through peace. We're doing our best to hold down the front line for the truth of the Holy Spirit, whom I would consider is the creator and lover of all things, and including life, respects life and honors life, feelings, right? Our feelings. That's why we have the moon up there. She's like this big giant kite that like sails through each and every constellation within 29 and a half days every month. She visits every one of these children or her, really, I don't know, would they be her children or her neighbors or doors that she goes and influences? But whenever she's in these constellations, there are influences that are reflected down to us, right? Yeah. Just get a book on watching the moon, and she changes every day, moves every day, a little closer to another one, a little further away from one. We're going to pull an archetype. The apocalypse, the unseen being seen, the unheard being heard, the ununderstood being understood. It is the time of the apocalypse, where many thought it was going to be the destruction of the world and fatality and, all kinds of hell broke loose. The apocalypse is actually the unveiling of truths and showing us our true nature. And the moon is connected to our nature, our feelings, our emotions, how we think, how we feel. The apocalypse. So let's go ahead and get this card. This is a full moon in Capricorn strawberry reed. I actually don't. Where is my guidebook? I'm going to have to get down under there and look. Okay, so let me see the number. I always have to do that. 50, 60, 74, 74. To reveal the unseen. To reveal the unseen. Something like that, right? Apocalypse. Removing the veil of deception. Okay, this is removing the veil of deception right from our own eyes, that we can see our own truth, our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own emotions. And because we're in a full moon in Capricorn, we're going to be working extra hard on trying to accomplish our goals. And a lot of times, hard work don't get you there. That's the 3D mind. Sometimes just resting, and taking a few minutes of deep breaths helps stuff to come up to the top where you can actually see and reflect on those things and work with them, right? Apocalypse indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing directions. Okay, I know it's a scary thing, and I know my readings lately have been like rough, but I have to listen to what the Creator wishes to express. Great love does the Creator have for us and our world. But in order to change the world, we got to change ourselves. So we got to look within and see the ego. I guess is it self-esteem? Is it ego? Do you love yourself with your whole heart, or are you thinking that you love yourself with your whole heart? Have you went in and accepted yourself for everything you are? Or just the parts that you like about yourself? Because that won't work. That won't work. Rejecting parts of yourself turns parts of yourself practically into an entity. When you reject your shadow, when you reject healing the shadows, when you reject healing the shadows, the parts of yourself that you don't like and don't want to see, you kind of create an alternate reality over here. I mean, I wonder if that energy isn't set to the side and it actually becomes its own energy demon. Like the devil on your shoulder. And because, all in all, do I believe in a devil that tempts us and gets us to do stuff? No, I don't. I believe that throughout our lives, we can learn to dislike ourselves so much or not care about ourselves that we disregard ourselves so much. And all that energy has to go somewhere, right? The energy has to go somewhere. So if you feel like you've got this darkness over you, I might be talking to a particular person. This has been coming up for a few days. Maybe somebody's watching me that really needs to understand that if you got this darkness that you feel is over you, I have been there and felt the darkness over me. It's been years since I haven't felt it, but not that many. Only 7-8 years ago. And my guidance was learn to love myself. because every time I rejected myself, or I have learned that energy that I rejected became its own force and power. So, therefore, the apocalypse is seeing that we really do ourselves in. By rejecting, every time we reject a part of ourselves and a piece of ourselves, whether good or bad, we create an alternate reality, kind of like either a whole bunch of light over us, probably, oh my God, or a whole lot of darkness over us. So, I mean, I'm not saying that because, oh my God, the light is a bad thing. But, like me, I refuse to believe that I ever did a whole lot of good, and I put it off to the side for God or a spirit or some kind of entity that was leading and guiding me out of the way. So I kind of just come to a realization myself. It can be a good or bad thing. You make a guardian, I guess, or you make a demon. So that's pretty awesome, huh? Wow. Okay, a lot of people are going to really think I'm nuts right now, okay? Just leave me your comments. Tell me what you think. These are theories. These are assumptions that I make according to my life and how I've lived and what I've been through. And I am not out to hurt anybody or accuse them of anything. I actually think spirit can almost be broke down almost into a science, except for the one thing, and that's the eternal thing that is continuously always going on. And that I get these talks and, said from the eternal source, so life will always continue forward. Always. Okay. So, but for us to enjoy our life, we got to make friends with ourselves. We got to be our own best friend, Capricorn, right? Capricorn, you know this. We have to be our own best friend. We can't tell ourselves we're fat. We can't tell ourselves we're stupid. We can't tell ourselves, I hate me. We can't say to ourselves, I wish I was dead. And expect this energy that you're inflicting upon yourself to bring anything but trouble, chaos, insanity. Okay. That message was for somebody. And like I say, it's been a few days now. So whoever we're sending this message to, if anybody watches this, I ask that you pray for them. Okay? Because somebody's watching this and these messages are coming out. This is the second time, I think, in 3 days. So, and they haven't been sweet. They've been full of information, and this information that I just got, so I'm trying to think. Rising Soul. She helped me to figure this out because she really has the science down of spirituality. Now, I said I wasn't going to keep you guys, and I am so sorry, but I just felt, no, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm here for a reason and a purpose, and that is to show you that God holds nobody back. Karma is paid off when you learn the lesson. It doesn't last forever. God doesn't torture us. God is good and just wants us to get the lesson. So whoever I'm speaking to, understand that you are loved. There's a lesson you're meant to learn. And it looks to me like the first lesson is to learn to love yourself and to be grateful for any little thing that you can think of. And the minute you can think of something that you're grateful for, your energy will change. You'll leave the dark death energy and you begin to rise up on the clouds. See, look there. Darkness and death, but dispel it with gratitude. Be grateful to be alive. If nothing else, because at least if you're alive, you still got a chance. Somebody said that to me one time. As long as I'm alive, I still got a chance. So, why not take, I wanted to say, your own advice and move forward with that. Okay, so we've got the full moon in Capricorn, strawberry moon. Let's talk about strawberries. Do you know that strawberries are the first fruits of spring? Yeah, I've already picked strawberries, and when I was picking them, I was like, wow, strawberries are the first fruits. I actually have a tattoo of a strawberry, and, I've never regretted it. We got 10 endings, Aquarius, a humanitarian, an activist, somebody that pushes through the waters or the waves. And look, this looks like water, but that's energy. The age of Aquarius is all about moving energy, learning about your energy, finding out how it works. And for God's sakes, use good energy and don't take advantage of others, because that will definitely come back on you. Yeah, if you're going to use your energies for others, this is where you want to use your energy in most positive ways of service to others. And this will bring rewards. And Capricorn, you're all about rewards. This is Moon in Capricorn. So wherever anybody has Capricorn at, it will be affecting in that area, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's do Moon in Capricorn. Okay, Holy Spirit, bring us truth, bring us clarity, and something that we can understand and use in our lives that adds meaning. Okay, Moon in Capricorn, strawberry moon, creative fire, Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is in Capricorn today too. 9 of Wands. I believe this is all about taking your life, your past, and wearing it proudly. No matter what you've been through or how hard it was, of healing it and wearing it like a friggin' badge. Standing up for the less fortunate, for the underdog, the underprivileged, being a leader in the community. Whatever wounds you suffered is where your power will lie. That's where, such as me, my wounds were emotional. And so I have an ability to use my emotions to help others feel emotions. And so, wherever our wounds are and we heal them, that is where our power lies. And, in looking for our wounds, it's not hard. It's the things that make us, when we get triggered, okay? Watch for that. Things that piss you off, those are triggers. There was a time I got to a place where everything was a damn trigger. I didn't even know what the hell was happening. So I've been there. I've done that. I experienced it. If something really makes you mad, then you need to stop right there. Shut the video down. Take a few deep breaths. Unsubscribe if you need to, because it might make you happy. And look for why you got triggered. Don't go into the video angry, upset. Don't do all that. This is about healing, not hurting. So you will want to take that first trigger and work with that. And after you've understood the feeling that came from that trigger, why you felt that, and love yourself through it, allow it, feel it, flow it, release it, you're going to feel a difference in your space and time and your attitude, even just lighter. You will just feel not quite so heavy. Look, this dress is about going through hell and taking a piece of every piece of hell she went through and turning it into this beautiful patchwork quilt, this beautiful quilt, right? Kind of makes you think of Jacob, who made Joseph the coat of many colors. This is about taking the parts and pieces of our life and putting them back together the way we want to after we've healed, and using that as a strength, as courage, of no shame. That's the thing. We don't want to be shamed. We don't want to be ashamed. We want to be free, free to fly, free to love ourselves freely, forgive ourselves completely, and begin learning how to do the right thing for the right reasons. It's not about doing everything in righteousness. It's just about thinking about, is what you're doing, are you doing the right thing for the right reasons? And that's when you begin Four of Earth, foundation, stability, look, others loving you, and the magic happens. And I don't even remember what I said before this, but whatever it is, you will build it on a solid foundation. So I can't remember what I said. Okay, so using your scars to create a better you by loving yourself through the triggers, beginning with trigger number 1, taking your time, being honest, cold, hard, honest with yourself, and moving through that. Okay, so this is, again, all about healing. And my show is about healing. It says that. I don't give much detail, but, I don't talk about the past. We want to talk about what is in our future. And we're all looking forward to healing, because we never get completely healed. And there's a chance you can be hurt at any time, any day, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. People project ugly things upon us. It affects those that are being judged and projected upon. People think they know all the time who somebody else is and project upon them ugly things and thoughts that they don't like, how they don't like them. It happens all the time. We all do it. We all judge. Even I do myself. But the best way to do it is just look inside ourselves and see how we are. Dreaming, 6 of water, remembering how I was in the old days, as I was saying, projecting thoughts. I used to do that too, be angry, want to, fuss, but that ain't going to get us nowhere. But laying our head on somebody's shoulder, taking comfort from God, the angels, nature, knowing that if you wasn't loved, you wouldn't be here. As someone once told me, who can create but he that loves? So just know that if you wasn't loved, you wouldn't be here. It's hard to believe that we're loved by something greater than ourselves, right? that if you can believe something greater than you loves you, and, you know, like my imagination for a God was somebody that was like the best parent ever, okay? Somebody that had understanding, somebody had compassion, somebody that had, all those beautiful things it describes in the holy words. And I took it that they were my parents, since, my parents weren't the best parents in the world. So I began to look for other avenues of finding parenting at a very young age. And so, I looked to God. Like I actually at 3 years old took a flashlight and went out to the heavens, out to the stars, flashed my flashlight, and I said, hey, here I am, here, right here. I'm right here. Come on, get me, come get me. So that was what my journey began with God. And I'm sure this was set up for a reason, because I didn't get love and tenderness from my family. And I needed to think that there was somebody out there that loved me. And there is somebody out there. Don't kid me. Don't get me wrong. But these needs is what pushes us to find this greater compassion within somebody else, who then shows it to us, and we absorb that because we're empaths, and we can show it to others. Does that make sense? Ideas. This would be the Ace of Feathers. Is it? The One of Air. Ace of Air, Ace of Feathers, Ace of Swords. Look at all of our ancestors there, just waiting for you to make a wish upon a feather. This is so nonviolent. Oh, I remember. Oh, I need to talk about that. Yes, there's 2 decks where air is represented with feathers. Somebody was talking about it the other day. Anyway, so yeah, this is an idea that I just gave to you that might be very helpful to bring you a foundation in. And a death and rebirth, the phoenix rising, right? I mean, this is Pluto. He was in Sagittarius yesterday, if I remember right. Yeah. Wisdom. So these ideas that I bring to you are channeled from Source, and they are for your healing. There's nothing more I would love to see than a healthy America. And it's not going to be easy, but we got to start somewhere. Using our wisdom, I go back to the Yoshimoto a water experiment, when you talk to one water, and it's like a beautiful, unique snowflake when you look at it underneath the microscope, and then you have this other glass of water that you've talked to real hateful, and you look at it under the microscope, and it looks like hell. It looks like jagged lines. It's got a darker tint. It's not a happy water. So any of us who've ever been talking to in a horrible way, or disregarded, or been unpolite to, especially if you're a sensitive empath, then you absorb that energy. And we're in the moon right now, so we're talking about our feelings. Are they your feelings? Are they somebody else's feelings? Do you know? If you're not sure, if you find yourself acting like somebody else and you're not quite sure why, then rinse your energy with the ethers. However you can imagine it, coming off in a waterfall. Pull it out of the dark, pull it out of the air. The ethers and the air are the same thing. Radical balance, temperance, Sagittarius again. Fire and water. Okay, so we got fire and water here, the moon, and pull the ethers out. Ethers, eternal, earth. Just see it in your imagination, washing you clean, washing all energy away that is not your energy, transmuting any negative energies that are within your body. This takes a couple minutes. You got to get your breath right. You want to relax too, and you want to hear some good music. And then after you get your breathing going good, you want to remember the north node, south node. Most people come from the bottom up, but it's easier to learn to control your energy coming from the top down, because it's easier to push your energy through with your breath and seeing it move from chakra to chakra to chakra. You are practicing by cleansing your own energy with the ethers. And this practice will bring you temperance, okay? Balance, total balance. You will balance your fire and your water. Okay, right now I can't tell you exactly what are the waters. I know that the root chakra is earth, the sacral chakra is water, the heart chakra is water, the solar plexus is the sun. I believe this one right here is the moon, and this crown is that which you cannot see, the unknown, the violet, the purple. It is the spectrum and the rainbow that is on scene, right? So we become somewhat of a rainbow bridge, is how I see it. We hear a lot of talk about the rainbow bridge, right? And we learn to move our energy as we're flushing and transmuting the darkness, the heaviness out of our system and grounding into the earth. And she helps us to transmute and change our energy to become stronger, more capable, takes away anxiety, takes away fear, empowers one more. It is really a wonderful way to balance your life, and it takes probably at least 3 to 5 minutes. Community councils, 7 of air. The future is the divine feminine, and we all have a divine feminine in us. And what does this mean? This means to become nurturers, first of ourselves. Awaken the divine feminine inside you, because she's a sister to everyone, and sisters are always fun and loving and kind and gentle. And if yours is not, then be kind, loving, and gentle with her, okay? Show her that you can do that. Anyway, the thing is that our divine feminine is the nurturing part of ourselves, and we have made contact with the universe. And to nurture that feminine part of you, whether you're masculine or feminine, because that is how you grow your life. It's the fertilizer, it's the water, it's the love, okay? It waters what you love. Your emotions water what you love. I love doing this. My emotions water this. I love talking to you guys about the wisdom that I have learned over my lifetime. And, I don't want it. My past has been through hell. I've done decided. I understand it. I know it. I've learned my lessons from it. Now I want to help others to learn their lessons and understand how special and precious they are. It took me 35 years to figure out. When really all you have to do is just have faith and say, who can create but he that loves? And I am special. I am a part of creation, or I wouldn't be here. I mean, really. Intuition, 3 of air. receiving guidance. Receive this guidance. Look at the stars in her hair. That is beautiful. It's the universe that's in your mind. It's the eternal. That's the eternal, right? I mean, we can't explain anything. We can't really explain anything. It's all up in the mind. It's mental. It's mental. You know, even mentally, you're seeing your energy move back and forth through your body. You see, this begins, you could start moving it through your hands and using it for healing. You can move your energy to tell people messages. Many people already know this. But learning how to use your energy to give, to receive blessings, you know, you use energy to give blessings. I use energy to bless the people when I'm at work, you know. I literally really feel this wonderful excitement inside of me for anybody that pays me any attention, yeah. And so I'm always ready to bless, bless, bless. Abundance. Six of Earth, yes, bless yourself by knowing that you're a blessing. And then be a blessing for everybody else. And in being a blessing for everybody else, you're not only healing them, but you're healing yourself as well, and you're healing the world. And that's what it's all about. Look at all the seed harvesting. Harvesting those seeds for the next planting season, or whatever season is the seeds need to be in. But she's got the seeds. She got the seeds, and she waters those seeds with love. So seeds are what? Ideas. What were we talking about? Clearing out our chakras, cleaning our system, you know, reaching out into connecting to the universe with our energy from the top of our head, bringing heaven, sending our energy through the earth. So what are we doing? We're bridging heaven and earth. We're becoming a part of both. I don't know if anybody is with us this long today, if you're still here or not. I love you guys. I hope that this message, you guys know. You guys know what I'm saying. So Capricorn, full moon, look forward for all of us. There's going to be more healing, more compassion, more love, more gentleness. But you know what? Gentleness never toughened anything up. Keep that in mind. We got to be strong. When we move into the future, we have got a lot of work to do. We've got to be bold. We've got to be brave. And we've got to be sensitive, but not too sensitive. We've got to be strong. We've got to stand our ground. We've got to be forces to reckon with. And when we stand in truth, when we stand in love with ourselves and everybody or every living creature on this planet, that's a big old force to have behind us. That's the plants. That's the creatures. That's the rocks, the minerals, the crystals, the gold, all these things that are alive. Everything's alive. And when we walk in truth, every living thing will join with us to protect the earth and to protect what the earth has brought forth, to protect life. Believe that or not, okay? That's what I believe. I believe, I believe everything is possible. Gratitude. Just be grateful. Grateful for everything. But man, dream big. Cleanse, connect to the earth, connect to the heavens, connect to the ethers. Yeah, we're getting ready to really move forward in this new world era. So be the best soldier you can be. That's all I can say. Because change is coming and ain't nothing going to stop it. And here we get ready to walk, and we're going to change the world, and not one person, but all of us together, because that's the way it should be. It should be all of us working together and changing the world. We're all heroes, right? I love y'all. God bless. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.